Welcome to the course on Windows Mastery, Command for Ethical Hackers. In this video, you will learn what is CMD. So CMD stands for Command Prompt and it is Command Line Interpreter, application available in most Windows operating systems. It provides a text-based interface where you can type commands to perform various tasks on your computer. Okay, so in simpler terms, CMD allows you to communicate with your computer by typing commands instead of using graphical interface. So you can use CMD to do things like navigate through folders, copy or move files, run programs, and perform other system-related tasks. So it's a powerful tool for users who are comfortable with text-based commands and want more control over their computer. So guys, in the next session, we'll cover some commands. Thanks for watching this video. Guys, in this video, you will learn how to change color of the text. So first thing is open the command prompt. For opening the command prompt, just press Window and S, okay, window icon and S, and then it will open the search bar and then type CMD, okay, and this just hit enter. That will open the command prompt, okay. But if you're running the command prompt as administrator, you can perform administrative tasks like you can add users, you can delete users, okay, all those tasks you can perform. Now if you want to change the color of the text, just type color. Color is the command, okay, and if you want to check the help page of the color command, just type color and space help, okay, that's gonna open the help page for the color command. So let's use this option here. If we are using this option color and let's change this color to blue, okay, so just type color -1. That will change the text of it to blue. Okay, if I want to change it to green, just type color space 2, that gonna change to green. And till now we were using only one digit, right? Now let's try with specifying 2 hex digit. So the first will be for the background and the second will be for the foreground. Okay, so let's use 2 digits. We'll specify these options. 0 is for black, 1 is for blue. Okay, so I'm changing the background to the green, whereas I'm changing the foreground to gray. Okay, so I'm using this option color to it, that's gonna change the background to green, whereas the color of the text, okay, that will be gray. So you can see the background is green, whereas the foreground is gray. Okay, like this you can change the color. Here you can see, guys, it's showing us something. Color FC that will produce light red on bright white. So let's try this option color and then FC. So you can see it, that is the background is completely light, whereas it is producing the light red, this text. Okay, so you can use this option if you want to produce light red and you want to produce the bright white. Okay, so if I'm choosing the color and the option, I'm choosing F and then F1, that's gonna change it to blue. Okay, and if I'm choosing color F2, that will change the text to the green. Okay, so you can see the background is the same, background is bright white, whereas we are able to change the color of the text. So hope you guys got how you can use color command. In the next video, we'll see more commands. Alright, in this video you will learn how you can customize the prompt. The prompt command allows you to customize the appearance of the command prompt window. So here if you want to customize it, first let's check the help page of prompt. Okay, just type help and prompt. So here you just have to specify a text. Okay, like if I'm specifying any text here after the prompt, like prompt and any text I'm specifying like by, so you can see that it has changed this path to this path, right? So like this you can change the prompt. Okay, so there are some common prompt variables that we can use. Okay, like if I'm typing prompt and $p, okay, that will change the prompt to the current path. So here you can see C for /user /string, right? Now if we want the greater than sign, then just type prompt and $G, okay, so you will get the greater than sign here. So this is one of the common prompt variable if we are using it together, then we are gonna get this prompt. Okay. So let's use it together. Prompt $P and then $G. So here we are getting this path, right? So if we want the prompt as the current date, then we can use the command prompt and $G, not $G, $D, that will print the current date. Okay, you can see the prompt is now Friday and this is the date, right? So that's gonna print the current date. The next command we have is prompt and then $T. Now it will convert the prompt to the time. Okay, you can see the prompt is now time. Okay, if we want a new line in the prompt, we just have to type prompt dollar and underscore. Now you can see here is a new line. Here you can type any command like dir that will show you all the files and folders. Okay, so that's all for this session. We'll see some more commands in the next session. Two more commands like help, cls, start and exit. Okay, so first we have help command. Already in the second lecture we learned this command, how you can use help command, right? So just type help, that's gonna show you the help page, right? So can you see, for more information on a specific command, just type help and the command name. Okay, like if I want more information regarding the call command, I will type help and call. That will display me the information of the call command. Or if I want more information regarding the cd command, I will type help and cd. Okay, that will display me the information regarding the cd command, right? And if I want the help of the help command, so can you see, help command provides help information for Windows command. Okay, here the syntax for the help command is this one. Just type help and the command. Okay, next command we have is cls. Cls command is useful when you want to clear the screen. Okay, if you want to clear the screen, you can use cls command. Next command is start command. If you want to open the new command prompt, okay, if you want to start the command prompt, then use this command. So here you can see it has opened a new command prompt. If I write this command again, then you can see it has opened the another command prompt. Okay, the last command we have is exit. Okay, last for this video, not the last command. Okay, so if I type exit, that will exit the terminal. So in the next session we'll explore more commands. All right guys, in this video you will learn about dir and cd commands. The dir command is useful for listing files and folders. Just type dir, that's gonna list all the files and folders inside this directory. If you want to list just folders, okay, then you can use dir/ad, that's gonna list just folders. Okay, here you can see capture course2, that's the folder. Okay, the next command we have is dir/a-d. So this command will list just files. If you just want to list files, you can use this command dir/a-d. Okay, that's gonna list the files. Now let's see what is cd command. Cd command is useful for changing the directory. In this context, a directory refers to a folder. Just as you open a folder in a graphical interface, you can change folders using the cd command. Like for example, if I want to go inside this directory, okay, if I want to change my directory to this captures, I will type cd and capture. Okay, so I'm inside this captures folder, right? So if I list files and folders inside this capture folder, I can use dir command. So it's showing me all the files and folders inside this capture folder, right? So like this, you can change the directory. If I want to come back, okay, then I can use cd dot dot, and using cd dot dot, I came back to this directory, okay, videos directory. So guys, if you want to print present working directory, you can use cd command. That's gonna print the present working directory, or you can use echo percentage and then use cd percentage. That's gonna print the present working directory. So that's all for this session. We'll see more commands in the next video. In this video, you will learn how to use the echo command, create files and create directories. The echo command is used to display text on the command prompt or write text to file. Okay, so here is an example for that. Just type echo and then hello world. Okay, that's gonna print the hello world. Okay, if I want to make a file using echo command, just type echo greater than and the name of the text file. Like I'm creating here new.txt. So this command will create the file with name new.txt, and in this file there is no content, right? So let's write some content inside this file. If you want to write some content inside this file, you can use double greater than sign. Okay, just type echo and the content that you want to write. Like I'm writing here hello world inside new.txt. So that will write the content hello world.txt inside new.txt. Okay, hello world inside new.txt. So if I want to check whether it has written the content or not, so use the command type and then the file name. Okay, that's going to show you the content inside the new.txt. Okay, so it's showing me hello world, right? So in this way you can view the content of the new.txt. Now let's see how you can make the directories. So directory is folder, right? So just type mkdir and the directory name I'm typing here f1. So that's gonna make directory with name f1. Okay, if I want to check, just type dir. That's gonna show me the directory f1, right? So if I want to make another directory, like if I'm making f2, I just have to write mkdir and then f2. Okay, that's gonna make f2 directory. And if I want to go inside this directory, I need to use cd command, cd and then f1. Okay, so I'm inside this f1 directory. Then this. So guys, if you want to make multiple directories, you can use the command mkdir and just mention the name of the directory like you want to create. I'm creating here f2, f3, f4, f5, f6. Okay, so just hit enter. That's gonna make these all the directories f2, f3, f4, f5 and x6. Okay, so if you want to make multiple directories at a time, just mention this command. Just type this command mkdir f2, f3, f4, f5 and f6. That's gonna make these all the directories. So that's all for this video. We'll see more commands in the next session. Guys, in this video, you will learn how to rename files, copy the content from one file to another, and move files. Okay, so to rename the file, use the rename command. Rename. So the syntax for this is rename, then just mention the old file name and the new file name. I want to rename this old.txt to new.txt. Okay, so here if I see it has renamed this to new.txt, right? So this way you can rename the file names. Guys, now we'll see how we can copy the content of one file to another file. So here we have the folder f2. I want to copy the content of f2 to f3. For that, I will type the command xcopy. Okay, xcopy f2 and f3. Okay, that will copy the content of f2 to the f3. You can see test.txt, one file copied, right? So if we see f3, now it is having this file test.txt. So in this way, you can copy the content of one folder to another folder. Or now guys, let's see how you can copy the content of one file to the other file. So you can see this new.txt, it is having the content equals on, whereas this test.txt, there is no content inside this file. So I want to copy the content of this new.txt to the test.txt. So how you can do that? Just this new.txt, it is present inside this f1 directory, whereas this another one, this test.txt, it is present inside this f2 directory. I just have to type here xcopy and then the new.txt where I want to copy it. So I want to copy this one in the f2 folder and then mention backslash and the name of the file. So if we see inside this f2, the file is test.txt. So just mention the name test.txt. So displaying you, do you want to copy it or not? Okay, so one file copied. Okay, so if we open this test.txt, it should have the content equals on. You can see it is displaying us equals on, right? So in this way, you can copy the content of one file to the other file. Now next we have how we can move a file that involves relocating it from one location to another location. So if I want to move this new.txt to f2 folder, I just have to type move and then new.txt and just mention the path. Okay, I want to move it to F2 folder. So just hit enter. That will move the file to F2. Okay, you just have to mention the destination path. So if I check this F2, we should have this new.txt. So in this way, you can move the file. Okay, so that's all for this video. In this video, you will learn how to remove a directory and delete files. So the rmdir command is useful for removing a directory, and the syntax for this is rmdir and then mention the directory name. So let's use it and let's remove a directory. Like if I want to remove this F4 directory, I will type rmdir in F4. So here you can see it has removed this F4 directory, right? So this command is effective when the folder is empty. However, if the folder contains subdirectories and files and you want to delete them all, then what command you need to use? Like if I want to delete this F3, which is having some files inside it, like, so can I delete it using rmdir, and then mention F3. Okay, so it's showing us the directory is not empty, right? So if I want to delete this directory, then what command I need to use? Then type rmdir and /s/q and the directory name. Like now I'm deleting this F3 directory. Okay. So what's the meaning of this command? Here rmdir command is for removing the directory, whereas this /s, it's specifying that the removal should be done recursively, including all the files and subdirectories. Okay. And whereas this /q, it is enabling quiet mode, which means that command won't ask for confirmation before deleting it. So this rmdir /s and /q will forcefully remove the directory and all its content without prompting for confirmation. Next command we have is del command. Del command is useful for deleting the files. So let's see how we can delete the files. Just type del and the file name. Like here I want to delete this test.txt. Okay. So let's see, test.txt is deleted. You can see. So using del command, you can delete files. Okay, that's all for this video. Guys, in this lecture, you will learn some networking commands. So the first command we have is ipconfig. ipconfig command will display you the information about the network configuration, including IP addresses, subnet mask, and default gateway. Okay, like in my case, it is displaying my IP address as this one, 172.20.10.6. Okay, in this way, you can check your IP address. Next command we have is ping. Okay, ping, and here you just have to mention the destination. Okay, that's the syntax for the ping command. So destination can be the IP address or the domain name. Okay, so here I'm mentioning www.google.com. Now what this command is going to do, this will show you the IP address of the google.com, and it is sending network request to the google.com. Okay, and it's checking for the connectivity, and it will measure the round trip time. Okay, next command we have is nslookup. If you want to check the IP address of any domain name, just type nslookup www.google.com. I'm checking the IP address of google.com, so it's showing me the addresses and the IP address is displaying. So this way you can check the IP address. Next command we have is trace route. Okay, trace rt, and just mention the domain name. Okay, so what this command is going to do, this will trace the route that packets take to reach the destination. Okay, that's going to show you the IP addresses of routers along the way. Okay, so it's taking some time. So we got the IP address of the first router. So like this is going to trace the route. So it's taking some time. Let's run the next command. The next command we have is netstat. Now what this netstat command will display you, it will display active network connection, listening ports, and other network related information. Like you can see, it is displaying me this protocol, local address, and the foreign address and the state. Okay, so that's going to display you the network connections, listening ports, and other network related information. Okay, the last command for this session is is ARPA, okay, ARP, and then hyphen A. It's not a, it's a ARP and then hyphen A. Now it's gonna display you the address resolution protocol cache, and it's displaying the, it's gonna show you the mapping between IP addresses and the MAC address on your local system. Okay, so you can see the IP addresses and the MAC addresses. So here we have the type even, dynamic, and the static. Okay, there are lots more commands in networking, but as a beginner, these commands are enough for you guys. So that's all for this session. In this video, you will learn how to change the date and time using the command prompt in Windows. So to change the date and time, first run your command prompt as administrator. Okay, because this step is necessary to modify the system date and time settings. And then this is the syntax. Just type date and the new date, and writing the date as 12. Let's take the date 09, and the year let's take 2004. Okay, so it will change the date to 2004. Now if you want to change the time, there is a command. The syntax for changing the time is time, and then type the new time. Okay, that's gonna change the time. The format for time is this one. Okay, so guys, I will change the time to 2:30. This is a command that will set the time to 2:30. Okay, it will set the time to 2:30 p.m. Now if you check your time, it's showing the current time is 2:30. So that's all for this video. In this lecture, you will learn how to hide and unhide a folder using the attrib command. To hide a folder, this is a syntax: attrib plus h plus s, then the folder name, or you can mention the path name. Now what's the meaning of plus h and plus s? So the plus h means we are adding the hidden attributes to the folder, whereas plus s means we are adding the system attributes to the folder, and then just mention the folder name. So let's hide this F1 folder. For hiding this F1 folder, type attrib plus h plus s, and the folder name is F1. Okay, so you can see now F1 is not visible. Okay, this way you can hide the folders. Again, now if you want to unhide it, instead of plus, use minus. Okay, minus symbol, that's gonna unhide it. So you can see it again. Now it's visible, right? The F1 folder is visible. So that's all for this video. In this lecture, you will learn how to shut down the PC using the command prompt. So if you want to immediate shutdown, you can use this command. It's gonna take just 0 seconds of time. Okay, and if you want to take some time, like if you want to shut down your PC after 30 seconds, then you can use this command /t and then 30. Okay, the /t, it specifies the delay in seconds before performing the shutdown. So let's use this command: shutdown /s /f and /t. Okay, so using this command, your PC will immediately shut down. That's all for this video. Guys, in this video, you will learn how to get the password of all the devices, all the wireless devices which are connected to your network, which are connected to your device. So to list all the wireless network profiles stored on your computer, just type netsh wlan show profiles. So that's going to display you all the wireless network. So let's get the password for this black hat. For that, I will type netsh wlan and then show profile. Then the network name is, the SSID is black hat. Okay, black hat, and then key is equal to clear. That will display you the password of the Wi-Fi network. Okay, so here you can see the password is Kali Linux hash. So in this way you can get the password of the wireless network. Guys, in this video you will learn more commands. So the first command we have is host name. This command will display the host name of the current computer. So as you can see, my host name is HackerStrain. So this command will display the host name. The next command we have is getMAC. GetMAC command is useful for getting all the MAC addresses. Okay, it will display you all the MAC addresses. Like if any adapter is connected with your device, it's going to display all the MAC addresses of those connected devices. Next command we have is if you want to turn off your Windows firewall, then this command you can use netsh adv firewall. Okay, then set all state off. That will turn the firewall off. That will turn it off. So it's displaying that okay, it has turned it off. And if you want to on the firewall, then just enter this command netsh firewall set all state on. That will on it again. Okay. So let's clear the screen. Next command we have is if you want to display the information regarding your CPU, then this command is useful. It will retrieve information about the computer CPU. Okay, now it's showing me the address where the architecture, a set tag, and all those information it's displaying me. Guys, next command we have is task list. So task list command will display you all the running processes on your system. So these are the processes that are running on my system. So if I want to kill a process, like if I want to kill this process, I just have to type task kill, then /PID and just mention the PID, okay? And that's gonna kill this task. So says send termination signal to the process with PID 5180. The next command we have is driver query. Driver query command will display you all the list of installed device drivers. Okay, here like it's displaying me all the drivers. The next command we have is WinVer. This command will show the version of Windows that is currently installed. So my version is this one, 22631 something. Okay, I'm using Windows 11. And the next command we have is net user. If you want to list all the users on your computer, you can use this command. It will display you all the users, like one user is doing. Okay, and if I want to add a user, then the command for adding the user is net user, then just type the username. You can type in hacker and just type the password for the user and then /add. That will add the user. Okay, so now if I list the users, it's displaying me the hacker user, right? Okay, so if I want to delete this user, I just have to use here net user hacker and then /del. That will delete the user. The command completed successfully. The next command we have is system info. This command will display detailed information about the computer, hardware and software. As you can see, it is displaying the OS name, the version, the configuration, build type, and all those information. Okay, so if you want to open the notepad through command prompt, just type notepad. That's gonna open the notepad and you can write anything. Okay, and if you want to open the calculator using command prompt, just type CLC. Okay, that will open the calculator. So that's all for this video.